Welcome home, Bitcoin Truth Seekers. It is Tuesday, March 2nd, 2:52 p.m. here in the Arizona desert. Trying to get back to doing these every day and preferably really early in the morning. We'll make it happen. All right, BitcoinDailyView.com. There's more for you there. Got some cool stuff. One guy who's been covering the volatility recently very, very well is this character right here. I linked to him over at BitcoinDailyView.com. This is George, Cryptos R Us, and he's been really following the F2 pool and the selling from there, the possible price manipulation from there. So definitely worth a check out if you want to check that out. Also, I linked to here. This is from Crypto Love, Randall, and this is actually a rather cool. Check that O face out. He makes a good case that, well, there could be an altcoin that we have not noticed that is about to really do like kind of a Doge-like pump. I'll tell you, it's Cardano. No, I'm sorry, not Cardano. It's Litecoin. And we'll look at Litecoin a little bit closer. But do watch this video because he makes a very, very good point as to why that is. And I think it sounds pretty valid. Worth a check out if you so desire. Also, other podcast rating creators just interviewed Bedtime Stories, the guys from the YouTube channel Bedtime Stories. It was really epic. Check it out. Watch it if you so desire. It was very, very good. It's good inspiration. So checking out the Bitcoin market and, of course, the altcoin market, ultimately the crypto market against USD or USDT right now. As you can see, a mix of green and red in the market. It's recovering some. Bitcoin's been very volatile today, which of course is hard on alts, usually harder on Bitcoin pairs, not so much or as much USD or USDT pairs, but it's been crazy. So we definitely have some green here in the market though. Theta's doing amazing, and so is Zem, and Link is doing well. And what I like to look at here is I try to find coins that are doing good on both sides. Zem is, Link, and so is Theta. So maybe we'll take a look at those because I find that right now, as my trading ideology, my trading methodology right now, it's one of the things I do look for. It's very, very simple, but looking at crypto, I should say Coin 360, I look at the USD pairs, and I look at the BTC pairs. You see something strong on both sides? That is a strong alt. So we'll look at some of those. Bitcoin trading volume last 24 hours, 6.5 billion, not bad at all. 3.2 billion on Binance, 1 billion on Coinbase. Where all that beautiful volatility, well, yes, volatility and volume, I meant to say, is 32% longs, 67% shorts. So the sentiment there is just not beautiful. It's kind of short. But check out in general the market as a whole. S&P 500, red candle today. Russell 2000, red candle today. And DXY, it's been pumping recently. It even got over the 21 EMA, but red candle today. So market is ass today. Bitcoin is volatile. I'll take it, whatever. So Bitcoin versus USDT here on a 3-day chart. So we just closed the 3-day chart. That was the 27th, 28th, and the how many days are in February? Yes, 28 days. So this was 27th, 28th, and the 1st of this month. So we got a green candle. So luckily we didn't get three-day candles in a row that were red with a lot of velocity downwards. I was worried about that. Like I say, three-day candles to me is usually a reversal if they're powerfully in one direction or the other. So these two candles were going down. I thought maybe we were going to see a third. We did not. We saw a powerful, beautiful green rocket ship to Pluto here. But now today, this is the second. This is the first day of this 3-day candle, and it is definitely red so far. A lot of we shall see how this ends up. But at least we broke this yesterday's close on a green candle. At least broke the powerful downwards trend. So 3-day candles well above the 2-minute moving average, well above the 21 EMA. But note this, because of really this dumpiness we're seeing here, even though we are hopefully recovering from that, we'll get a nice solid 3-day candle forming pretty soon, and we'll close that. I'd like to see that. But look at this, 3-day MACD, very, very close to a negative cross. If that happens, goodness help us. Anyway, I don't want to see that happen. It would kind of suck. So we'll just watch this. I do think I don't see any reason why this candle has to necessarily stay red. We have a lot of volatility right now, but Let's watch this 3-day candle. If it looks like it, I mean, if we don't get some movement here, some green action, and we keep getting a MACD looking like a negative cross in the 3-day, you know, gird your loins, hold tight. Shit's going to get real, okay? So note this. This is a daily candle. Now, we're below the 21 EMA. I don't like that so much. Yesterday we had a beautiful green candle. We definitely challenged the 21 EMA, got rejected, or it just happens to be where it turned around and now we're below it. We really want to, on the daily, get above this 21 EMA, and we also want to get a green candle rolling on that 3-day and get that 3-day MACD to open up positive, you know, start trending in a positive direction. Right now the daily is negative, but if you look at the histogram, it is closing towards positive. So let's see what happens. You know, we're at a very volatile time. Bitcoin's been pumpy dumpy, and that of course just makes the whole world kind of crazy in the crypto universe. So 4-hour chart here, we're above the 21 EMA. We just recently are kind of doing a spinning doji there, a top I think they call it. Oh, just turned green. So we have an indecisive little doji there, a little spinning top on the 21 EMA. Let's see if we can pull above that, above the 200 moving average. That is very, very good here on the 4-hour chart. MACD is positive but trending towards negative. Let's look at the 2-hour chart. 2-hour MACD is definitely a very powerful indicator of Bitcoin's mood. Okay, right now trending negative. So overall, and we're below the 21 EMA and a 200 moving average on the 2-hour chart. So that's not beautiful. Okay, unless you want to short, but really I'm having a hard time figuring out which way it's going to go. Do I want to short? Do I want to long? I'm just going to hodl. Personally, not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor or a life coach, even if I'm phenomenally attractive and have very few flaws. With that said, Bitcoin versus USDT. All right, it's beautiful. We are above the 21, here on the 4-hour chart, we are above the 200 moving average, a brief sojourn below it, but now we're back up, looking good. We had a beautiful pump earlier today, you may have noticed. Where's that little cool thing? Forecast. So we went with a pump of about, 14%, but of course it did not stick around. It dumped, and now we're slagging off. But this chart, we're above the 21 EMA. We're above the 200 moving average. We bounced off at a nice launch there. I just see this as a sideways chart. Right now, Bitcoin, if you look at it overall, look at this 4-hour chart. I mean, we have been, cruising up for quite a while. Let's actually do, for fun and profit, let's do a Fib sequence here. I'm going to do a Fibonacci right about where we crossed the 21 EMA. Nah, that's probably not fair. Let me do it right here, this bottom, up to the top, and boom. Yeah, if we look here, I mean, this isn't so awful. Really, we're just hanging out here. So we pumped. We've gone down to the 382 fib line, and then of course we also bounced to the .5 fib line, which is also the 200 moving average. Now we're moving up. Hey, if we can keep support above this 382 fib line here, if we basically pumped up, now we're retracing some. If we can stay above 47,100 to 47,200, definitely that's a legit place to start moving up again. And this is a beautiful retrace. It makes sense in the chart. Directional index is crap here on the 4-hour. ADX is not really where we want it. I mean, it's above 20. I like that, but it doesn't mean much when there's this much volatility, honestly. KRI is green. Stochastic RSI is trending down, but it's in a buy zone. So hold tight, peeps. This is basically a very, very sideways looking chart at the moment, even with the volatility, but it's good. I mean, this is a legit bounce point. This makes sense, Looking at the 45-minute chart, I'm just going to note this one here because, as you can see here on the 45-minute chart, you can definitely see I could do that same Fibonacci retrace again here on the 45-minute chart. Get a little bit more granular. I mean, look at that. I mean, it's beautiful. You pump and hit a high, and now bounce off the .5 fib line. Now we're trying to find support in the 382. 382 right here on the 45-minute chart is right where your 200 moving average is. So, I often find immediate price action really, what is Bitcoin doing or what is anything doing. 45-minute chart is just a magical time frame. And not just a short time frame, but if you're trying to figure out what's happening right now, it's very, very good. 45-minute time frame and the 4-hour time frame to me. Also the 200 moving average as far as the MACD. great indicators on what is Bitcoin doing. So look at this, perfect bounce, looking good off the 200 moving average. We just need to seriously find support and stay above that 200 moving average. And as you can see on the 45-minute chart here, it's a battle. Bitcoin's trying to hold on to that, and we'll see if it does. So that's something to watch for. All right, Theta is looking ravishing. Theta USDT up top, Theta BTC at the bottom. Boom, cross that 200 moving average here on the 45-minute chart, and it's just rocking. I mean, it's pretty darn powerful. Indicators look like it's cooling off a bit, so it may go through a little bit of sideways or a retrace, but it certainly looks like it will probably continue upwards after a little bit of cool off. Theta not taking shit today. Ethereum sucks, honestly. Just not. I don't mean to be, I don't mean to be condescending, but it's just not really holding up. What time frame was that? Yeah, this is a 4-hour chart. I mean, against Bitcoin, Ethereum's doing its crap. Against USDT, it dumped, but it's not really getting well, let's see. What kind of recovery did we get this morning? How many percent? Well, look at that. That's a lot. Pumped like what, 18% or more? But of course, it didn't hold that. The issue that I see here with Ethereum really is that we're below the 200 moving average, and right now it's ranging between the 314 and the 200 here on the 45-minute chart. I'm sorry, 4-hour chart. That's nice, but until it really gets above this 200 moving average on the 4-hour chart, and can really definitely get a good bounce off this 314 at least. I mean, look, even the squeeze indicator, fired off, but look at that, it got rejected before the 200 moving average, even on the 4-hour chart here. So it's just, Ethereum is just not hot. I know it's going to do quite well this year. I'm sure it'll recover and do quite well soon. Here in the 45-minute chart against USDT, it did get above the 200 moving average a little bit, got rejected by the 314. Now it's back under, and it's definitely going to go through some more down before it turns around. At least that's what I would see in the chart right now. So we'll keep an eye on Ethereum, but it's just not lovely, to be honest with you. Looking at Litecoin, Randall's video, Crypto Love, it's worth checking out. Litecoin USDT up top, Litecoin BTC at the bottom. It pumped this morning, did quite well. It got rejected by the 314 moving average. It wicked to it, I should say, and now it's back below the 200 moving average, the white moving average right there. When to watch against USDT, these indicators are not that bad. I think it might challenge that 200 and continue moving up. All right, against Bitcoin, not quite as well. Really, I wouldn't touch it until it gets to about 4,100 sats or so. Let it get above that 200 moving average and find good support there before my take on it. I wouldn't touch it, but it does look, these indicators, the directional index and the ADX and the squeeze indicator and that KRI, even the stochastic RSI, do look like it's going to continue turning up. So Litecoin, it's showing up. Check out Randall's video. I linked to it over at Bitcoin Daily View. He makes a good case for why it's Litecoin's time. ADA, Cardano, everybody loves it. Well, as we can see, it has been moving up. It's looking pretty good. Looks like we're in a little bit of a sideways cool-off period here, mainly because of Bitcoin's insane volatility recently. But it's above the 200 moving average, looking good, cooling off. It looks like it's going to turn around soon if it is not already. This is a 4-hour chart. I just zoomed out a little bit so we could see. I mean, yes, there's some volatility. Yeah, it's cooling off a little bit, but that's fine. ADA, let's look at ADA on the 45-minute chart. We're both against USDT and BTC. So against USDT up top here. Yeah, see, it's cooling off a little bit. It's been doing good. Just broke below the 200 moving average. Wait till it breaks above that and get some more positive indicators. Wait for a green directional index and a positive squeeze and a green KRI. And although the stochastic RSI is definitely in that buy zone, that's against USDT. Then against Bitcoin, riding that 200, trying to get above it. Indicators are looking like it's about a little bit of a downtrend. So it seems like some of these alts, like they're doing quite well, but they're just chilling right now. It's a chill period, mainly because of Bitcoin's pump and dump this morning. All right, DOT, USDT, everyone loves Polkadot. It's looking strong. It's cooling off a little bit against USDT, but it will probably continue up. Indicators look good. Looking at it against Bitcoin, solid run. It's strong. I wait for the ADX to get around 20. It's at about 10 right now. Stochastic RSI is a little high, but in general, DOT, good move. If you're DOT's doing just darn fine. I always, unless something is so blatantly, screamingly obvious for a buy or a sell, I don't tend to recommend anything. Like, I'm not going to tell anyone when to buy or when to sell. Do so what you will. I yeah, I can't give that advice because I just don't know. I know what I would do. Like for DOT right now, if I really dug DOT, I'd probably get in it even against BTC, but not financial advice. All right, Doge is now supported at 1,800 ATMs in 45 U.S. states. This is kind of groovy, and I believe this only happened March 1st, today. I've never used a coin flip, but I looked one up. I went to the site, coinflip.tech, and I found a machine nearby, and I'm going to check it out. Maybe I might drop a few dollars just for the fun of buying some Doge in cash. So this article is linked to over at Bitcoin Daily View if you want to check it out. Up top with the other articles I mentioned today, the other YouTubes and such, check it out. It's fun. I mean, why not? It'd be cool, right? I mean, go to a bong shop or a convenience market and buy some Doge, like in a superhero outfit. Just why the hell not? All right, Doge against USDT here on the 4-hour chart. It's sideways as crap, but the 200 moving average is uptrending, which is a good thing to see. But we have gotten below the 200 moving average, and I'm also looking at some other indicators here. Right now, it's powerfully sideways. Here's the thing. It's sideways. We can see that. But the 200 moving average is still trending up. That's not so bad. Squeeze indicator almost ready to fire off. Directional index is weak. ADX is weak. KRI is looking good. Stochastic RSI almost shows oversold. Moving back into a buy zone. Doge sideways. So what I could say is, hey, looking at the chart right here against USDT on the 4-hour, I don't see any reason why it necessarily needs to dump more. I'd wait for it to get above the 200 moving average. As a trader, I'd want it to get above that before I bought in. But if you are a hodler of Doge, if you're like, I want to get in some Doge against USDT, damn sideways chart right now, I don't necessarily see any reason why it's going to trend down further. It's probably found kind of a bottom. Maybe. I'm looking at this sideways chart. We definitely had our. Let's look at this. Here we go. Let's check this out, guys. Let's fire up a Fibonacci retracement. Okay. So against USDT we pumped like crazy, got an all-time high. All right, and then boom, where are we now? All right, so we basically are right above the 200 moving average here on the 4-hour chart, and the .5, the 50% basically retrace line. Is not bad at all for Doge. So I mean, we're at a very logical sideways point, bounce point. It's right in that .5, that 50% retrace. Not bad at all. And then of course the 314 moving average from the 4-hour chart is down where the 618 fib line is, which is definitely a bounce point, very valid, which we have wicked to almost. So I would say Doge is looking good against USDT. I mean, and indicators are starting to turn up. So boom, there you go. I cannot complain. Not financial advice, of course, but look at it against Bitcoin. Same chart. And let's just fire up a fib retracement here too. Probably gonna see the same darn thing. Same thing. So there we go. Yeah, honestly, really, it's almost the same thing, except against Bitcoin, you got the 200 moving average of the 618, and the it looks like they're looking for, well, it's below the 618 fib line, and it's below the 200 moving average. So against Bitcoin, I mean, Bitcoin is gaining in value where the dollar is a brick, right? So not the strongest play against Bitcoin right now. But these indicators do look like they're about to turn up. I'd watch for a break above the 618 fib line, which is at 114 sats. And if you see a break above that in support, especially if you start getting above this 200 moving average, and it's moving against the dollar also, hey, it might be a way to pick up some sats. Anyway, never financial advice, entertainment purposes only. I will try to keep these rolling every day, get my ass out of bed in the morning early, and actually get to this because I like to fire these up first thing in the morning, get a hold on what's going on. Hey, Bitcoin truth seekers, I'm glad you're here. Sorry I'm using a shitty mic right now. My good one, I think I have to reboot the computer to get it to see it. With that said, the peaceful revolution matters. There's so much going on right now. I definitely would so recommend following a this guy here, George, on YouTube. He's been covering the F2 pool, possibly being, well, people using the F2 pool or coins that are mined there or that are in their custody at least being sold to manipulate to keep it above 50K. He has some interesting takes on that. He puts out a lot of updates. If you're following that, if you're curious about it, George is cool. And I think Crypto Love Randall, I think he made a great case for Litecoin being something that we should be watching. And I'm watching it. And I think he said something very, very powerful. So go check out Randall. If you do watch his video, comment and say, Craig from Radiant Creators says hi. Take care, everybody. We'll keep these rolling. Comment, like, subscribe, all that stuff. It makes a difference. Take care.